When Genshin first released, they had quite a few units that were a jack of all trade, master of all. Those characters being Bennett, Xingqiu, and Zhengling. In addition, they had very powerful 4-stars such as Sucrose and Fischl. With these 5 units in the game, you could easily clear all of the hardest content and fill in the slots with random units that synergize well with them. The same is true even today. As the game evolved, we thought that the standard for 4-star characters was for them to be competent units. We did have many other 4-stars without good roles, but still. We had the likes of characters like Beidou, Barbara, and Noelle among them, whom, when built correctly, can be phenomenal units. Now, the 4-stars in the game have adopted to fill more niche roles. While that in itself is a good thing, as creating too many generalistic units in the game will make new characters unable to shine. But when is a character considered too niche? We didn't begin to get super niche characters until Inazuma and 2.0. Sara was the first among these units. Sara is a character that truly belongs to one team, and to make her even function, you need her C2. And to make her good, you need that unit at C6. At C0, all the early 4-star characters felt usable, and could enjoy great power-ups through constellations. Sara, however, felt extremely clunky and unusable. Only people really dedicated to playing her could even make use of her, and at C2, she still had many issues. Along with Inazuma's release, we got more and more niche characters, Toma, Goro, and Yunjin. We did get general 4-star characters such as Xiao and Kuki, but their power level is much lower than the early 4-stars. Well, Kuki had her chance to shine once Dendro came out, and she became a very, very, very competent unit. We would continue down this path until we get Shenhe, the first niche 5-star character. Before her, we thought that all of the niche 4-stars that came out would require a Constellation 6 in order to keep up with the early 4-stars that were released at the beginning of the game. But then we get Shenhe, who buffs only cryo damage. The way she functions is rather intuitive and requires proper gameplay rotations to make full use of her. Her C1 makes her that much better, because 2 casts of her elemental skill means that you can enhance a ton of cryo damage. I have no problem with this 5-stars release, until we talk about our next character, Cloud Retainer. This brings us to our main topic. When is niche too niche? Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider leaving a like on this video. That like will help way more than you think and lets YouTube know that this video doesn't suck. Now, back to the video. You can understand 4-star characters being niche, such as Goro, Sara, Yunjin, Mika, and Farazan. They're designed to work with 2 to 3 characters in mind. Then, we have characters that just perform poorly no matter how much investment you put into them, such as Dori, Xinyan, and I know this is going to get a lot of hate, but Candace. For the 3.5 players who play Aggravate Dori and main DPS Charge Attack Candace,
stand proud. You are strong.
Cloud Retainer, on the other hand, is really made for one character, and that's Xiao. Now, at the end of the day, other characters can use her, like Dragon Strike, Diluc, and Gaming especially, but those characters are rare and still won't offer a significant damage increase, especially considering her plunge only powers up the damage against one target. So, the only 5-stars that can fully utilize Cloud Retainer's kit is Xiao, and even then, it's mainly against bosses, as I mentioned before. Unlike Shenhe, who has a universal role for every cryo character, there is only one character known for their plunge, and that's Xiao. Plunge is an area of effect method of attack as well. In addition, imagine if her plunge actually just removed the suction and replaced it with, like, a crit rate multiplier. To add insult to injury, her sustained healing only works with plunges as well. This one-dimensional character design follows suit for 4-star characters, but not 5-stars. You can name on one hand the amount of characters that can be paired with Xianyun at the moment, and maybe only 2 or 3 are actually good. So, we've come to the point where they are running out of ideas for supports. To be honest, what more can you do? I can think of many, but Hoyo has not been very innovative with their designs for a while. Regarding main DPS, they still come out with some stellar design choices, but for the supports, it's been pretty static. As the years go by, we may see more and more super niche 5 stars. Considering we can only pick up one 5 star every other patch, I don't think this is the best design choice. If they do continue to make these 5 star supports one specific character, then they should be the undisputed best support in that role. In this case, she's competing with Bennett and C4G, who work really well together and do more or less the same thing. In addition, their buff works against multiple targets, and Plunge is area of effect. Things can change in the future, so maybe someone will see the error in this design. There are rumors going around that she will be free. Nothing confirmed, but Dr. Ratio was free for Honkai Star Rail, and I think it's very unlikely, but we can keep our fingers crossed. To fix this issue, they're going to have to make her at least usable with all units as a Jean side grade instead of just a Plunge upgrade, or maybe her buff can affect all targets. We will see which direction they head in the next couple of weeks. Remember, at the end of the day, she will be a usable character and you should pull for her if you want her. Don't let this or any other video on the internet, especially since this game is easy, discourage you from pulling for the units that you want. Let's hope the long-awaited Jianyan, the Cloud Retainer, gets the changes she needs to shine. Still here? Well, that means that you have to have liked the video, so you may as well leave a like, or you're cracking your fingers to attack the comment section of this video. I read each and every comment, so go ahead and leave one. Until next time, Enigma out.